Hello squirrel friends, welcome back to my channel, and you will notice that today is a little bit different. It is, first of all, a Monday. No book review, scary story, one that's haunted me since I was a little kid. But we're still gonna do makeup. We're gonna start with a story told by my grandmother. On my father's side, her name was Magdalena. A little bit of backstory on her. She was a legitimate witch. She was a very interesting woman, to say the least. Very interesting woman. She had long passed, and I was in my late 20s when she died. One of the stories she would tell was about a set of Cabbage Patch dolls that she owned. And she said that these Cabbage Patch dolls would move around the house. It started at first where they would just move around the house on their own at night. So she would leave them somewhere, say in the living room, and when she woke up, they would be in the kitchen, or in the bathroom, or in her room with her. Creepy, right? Yeah. Just that alone scared the crap out of me. She said that eventually they grew to start doing bad things. They started destroying stuff. So they wouldn't just move around the house. They would tear things up or make messes. They would terrorize her cat. She said that these things would just move around the house and do all kinds of mischief. And then one day they started talking to each other. And she could hear them talking and doing bad things. Also, another little bit of tidbit of backstory on my family. We are Native American. We're Apache. And so a big part of our culture is the supernatural. I see ghosts. I have my whole life. We'll get to one of those stories maybe at another time. Comment below if you guys want to hear that story. Some of the stories I have of seeing ghosts. I think everybody in my family on my dad's side sees ghosts. So that's part of our culture. But we do believe that there are creatures like ghosts. As time goes on, these dolls start doing worse and worse things. My grandmother decides that she needs to somehow figure out a way of getting rid of them. She is starting to not feel safe in her own house because of these dolls. Now, she doesn't know if they are possessed or actually just not dolls. The way she talked, I'm pretty sure that they were possessed. Something was inside them that shouldn't be inside them. Or not really necessarily inside them, but something was playing with them through her, trying to get to her. So she started thinking, how am I going to get rid of these dolls? So she gives them up. She throws them in the garbage. Do you really think that worked? No, girl, it didn't. She tried to throw these dolls away just to be like the safest thing to do. They're gone. Vamoosed. About a week later, they showed up in her bedroom. And they were back. And they started moving around a lot more than they had. So she got kind of scared and realized, oh my God, I do not know what to do about these dolls. Now that I have them, I don't know what to do with them. She decides just to kind of deal with them and keep them for a little while longer and just see if things get worse or if they're just gonna keep doing these little weird things like moving around the house at night, talking, creepy stuff like that. And if it's stuff that she can just handle, then she'll just deal with it. But if it's not, then she'll have to figure something else out. But they did not stay to that low level of haunting. It progressed. Finally, after a lot of different dealing with them and trying to figure out different ways of getting rid of these dolls, she decides to just burn them. Now, this is the part that stuck with me. And I'm telling you, I was probably 6 when she told me this story, and it stuck with me all those years. I'm like 100 now. I'm gonna do my eyeliner, be right back. Okay, Grandma said that she decided to finally just burn them and get rid of them that way. She said she went out and built this huge bonfire, and she was scared of the dolls by this point. So she took them out and was talking to them and trying to distract them just in case something happened. And she takes them out to the bonfire and puts them on it. She said they didn't move at all, but sat there on the fire, and she said she started hearing the most blood-curdling screams. And not just any screams, like adult screaming. She said it was children screaming. She said it was the horriblest thing she's ever had to deal with. That these creatures started screaming through the dolls in children's voices. They screamed bloody murder for hours. These things kept screaming and screaming until they were completely ash. I believed that story. The way she talked about it, that was horrible. And then what made it really real for me was that she always said that the thing inside of them didn't just go away. It just left the dolls. And she swore to God that that thing lived in the attic. My dad even said that the thing was in the attic one time. He said that he went up to her attic and it was just sitting there. But I remember just thinking that, I remember my dad saying there was something black that lived up in that attic. It was there. It was always in that attic. And I don't think it really ever left her. I think it always hung around her for the rest of her life. She was a very interesting woman, I hope you guys liked that story. It always terrified me until it still does. I still have like a big phobia of dolls, especially Cabbage Patch dolls. I can't stand those nasty looking creepy things. I'm gonna try to do more of the spooky stories. So next spooky story will be something about Bellingham, and then we're gonna move around to different parts of Washington with spooky stories. If you have a spooky story you want me to investigate and then tell you guys about it, let me know. Let me know in the comments. Did you guys get scared about this story? Probably not, but I got scared. Okay guys, well, I will see you again soon. Have a great morning, afternoon, evening, middle of the night. Wear your masks above your nose too, and not like this. Your mask does not belong like this. It does not sit here on your face. It does nothing. Be nice to others. Be nice. Be polite. Be patient. You're doing the best. Love you all. Bye.